Alright. Let's see how we're doing here. Should be up and running. I don't see it yet. There it is. Okay, how are we doing? Let's see how we're doing here. Okay, cool. So, definitely up and running. Pull up the map. So, I'm still fairly low level. Alright. So, I'm getting to a point where my character's finally fairly survivable. Not perfect, but not really dying super quick, so that's good. Let me see here. What do I got for status? Alright. So the VUCA buff is very handy for this character. And the nice thing is, I get to keep it for 20 minutes. So that's good. I still have a little bit of elixir buff. What else do I got? I have to kill the spiders again. Alright. Alright, I do need to get more supplies. What am I doing? Alright. Follow the melody. I'm not necessarily against that, but I really don't know that I want to just be going into a level 12 to 15 area just now. Yeah, Alchemist Mortar, more reasonable. Okay. So yeah, Alchemist Mortar, that's certainly one that I can go ahead and do. So let's make that an active quest. Alright, and I think I've got plenty of arrows. I do need to fix my weapons. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the house kind of broken at the moment. I'm also thinking about just stealing some goats from one of my other games, because even if I just bring goats here, like, I still have to develop a bit of a staging area for them. Maybe I can leave them loose, but yeah. Alright. So, what do we got? So, it wouldn't be a bad idea to pick up some of these flame shrines. I don't remember what that one is. I think that's a night. One of the night doors. Yeah, the night sanctums. Alright. So we got the Mistbury Catacombs. I already got that done. Hidden Hunting Ground. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and put that as our waypoint. So maybe I should go north first, because I do need to pick up more clay. So yeah. I don't want to be low on clay. Everything else I need for explosives is actually pretty easy to make. Some of these towns I kind of wonder about. Like, abandoned village. Yeah. Like, is this gonna get more upgrades at a certain point? Maybe. Seems like it would get something. Or this is just an attempt to world build. Oh, here we go. Alright. So this place does have... Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of what I would hope for. Don't just give me an abandoned village with nothing in it. So even if it's just one treasure chest, that's enough to at least justify it. Okay, so I got a hunter's bow. Let's see here, I'll probably keep it. Yeah, it's not great, but I'd rather keep it than get rid of it. Okay. And then these are level 12 daggers, so probably replace that. Alright. So if I was really desperate for materials, I'd break all this stuff up. I can go ahead and collect this stuff, though. Like, I don't need it. But it's a nice, easy source of meat and fur. And I seem to recall at least 1 or 2 recipes that actually needed this. So... And I do understand what my cousin's talking about when he said, oh. Okay, hold on here. There we go. Alright, that was a bit much on the explosive arrows, but killed them. It's kind of funny seeing the mess you make. What this is all about. So the interesting thing is, like, I don't mind the baseline arrows. I do shoot enough arrows, I don't mind that. The arrows are generally deadly enough, and I'm okay with them. Oh, what is going on up there? Okay. It's going to be interesting to see how this shapes up later as I level up. Because, as with anything, there's usually a point at which you kind of need to upgrade your stuff. So, yeah. So I don't need to spend a bunch of time gathering twigs, but it is nice to have some. So So I can understand why my cousin got excited when he finds twigs. So these plants make me think that they're somehow like a side effect of the shroud infection. Man. What am I hitting? There we go. There should be one more guy, right? There's almost always usually one more person. That's really weird. Okay. I'll go ahead and get the butterflies. Or the moths, whatever they are. Oh, I'm next to the necropolis again. Okay. Is that up there? No, it's down here. Okay. So, well, interesting. Owie. Okay. Yeah, I need to eat food. Okay. Yeah, this is the stuff that I run into a problem with. I don't need a bunch of bones. I've kind of got enough. This is where having the ability to see further would come in handy. Oh, oh, oh. Now you might say, well, why are you killing them? And Mostly because it's practice. So I'm not level 9. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Uh-oh. Did I alert somebody? Okay. Okay. Feels like there's somebody in there. Yeah, there's somebody in there. Hello? I would prefer to fight where I can see. Nice, nice. Alright. Okay. Well, it's like there's more somewhere. Interesting. I don't see anybody. Yeah, I really wish they had a better option for seeing in the dark. So I don't like having to switch to my sword just to act as a light source. That's interesting. Get rid of that. Get rid of those. I don't really need that meat. Okay. So, for whatever reason, they set that up, but it doesn't do anything. Ow. Well, the question might be, why did I use a bunch of bombs? And it's like, well, apparently I have enough bombs. Come on. Where's the other guy? I can hear him. Let's swap to the next bow. Let's see here. Alright. I don't need fireballs. Alright. Good grief. Well, he's gotta be down here. Okay. this door. So a lot quicker than it was last time. Yeah. Ugh. Not even a light source. Alright. Like, it feels silly that I have to run around with a sword that I don't really want to use, purely because that's the only way I'm going to be able to, like, navigate. Yeah. Now, eventually I'll be able to start making the Wisp Light potions, but those don't last that long. Which, yeah, like, if I can't get a weapon that glows, then I need a potion that's going to last me a while. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so throw that away. I don't need that. Throw the extra bones away. Throw the string away. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is about where I went last time. This looks about right. So I'm down to 300 arrows. There you go. Alright, 420 arrows. So, yeah, this is about where I need to be. Now, the funny thing is, these guys are basically perfect for poison. Yeah. So they aren't really much of a threat. They're more of like a landmine. You run up on them and they're gonna hurt you or kill you. But if you don't run up to them, then they're just like a minor annoyance that you can turn into poison arrows. Like, I think the worst thing is I wish you could make poison arrows while you're on your own. Yeah. What is that? Interesting. Yeah, chamomile. Okay. Alright, that was close. I think there's actually a shroud root near here. Nope. Okay. Okay. Based off the last time I was up here, yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay. Looks like everything's dead. Okay. Yeah. So, gather the, let's see here. Gather up the clay. And then focus on the next part. I guess I can learn it. I don't need it though. Strength is not really going to help me out at the moment. Okay. Alright, let's drink that. Get rid of that. Split that. Alright, there we go. So for every 50 clay, that's about 250 arrows. So ideally we want 100 clay. because that'll allow us to pretty much completely replace our arrows. So, yeah. Ideally, we would probably prefer a third stack. I could get rid of that. And then split that again. I'm still level 8, right? Yeah, okay. So this is more than enough to replace what I got. 50, 50, 40. So this will be like 750 arrows roughly. Alright. So worst case, I could always throw out the cloth. Or the nails. Yeah, alright. So just in case. There we go. Alright. So I'm gonna try to get to this shroud route because I know it's there. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty much like on top of it. So the question is, can I touch that fog, or is that the bad fog? 'Cause that kind of looks like bad fog. According to that, that's bad fog. So before I try to get that boss, I need to get whatever materials are required for unlocking the next level of the shroud. Or yeah, the flame shroud. Alright. So I can't really go in there just yet. Let's see here. That's going to be a good question for over here too then. Because if I can't go into the shroud here, maybe I can't go into the shroud where the alchemist tower is. So... Stick around in the woods for a little bit. Yeah, this is all red. So, don't really want to go running around in that just yet. Okay. I kind of wonder if you should think of the red shroud as essentially what everybody else had to deal with. Because the main players are kind of spoiled because we can always run around in the shroud, but as far as I understand it, nobody else prior to the Flameborn could. So, yeah. So it may be annoying not to be in the able to go in the shroud, but yeah, for everybody else, they just couldn't go in the shroud, period. Okay. I'm supposed to have a strawberry when I talk to the farmer. So I could go ahead and grab a couple of those. Let's see. Okay, so that's the Queen's crypt. Huh. Okay, no, that's not the Queen's crypt. That's where the farmer came from. Then that is a flame shrine of some sort. Alright. Oh. Yeah, get rid of that. Alright. Okay. Let's swap to the next bow. Alright. Okay. Alright. That's cool. So yeah, let's keep heading this way and see what we find. Is there any more? Where does Buddy go? Well, that's interesting. I am gonna have to go to bed soon. This, let's see. Okay, we got a house. Okay. I did hear a house. Okay. Where's the house at? There it is. Okay, so this house is kind of messed up. Oh, yeah. I don't need the meat. Alright. Interesting. This looks very familiar. It's weird that I haven't been here before, because this is like spot on for another one of these places. So that makes me think this is quite literally like kind of like a stagecoach inn or whatever. Yeah. Alright. What do we got here? Sleep. Another bed. Okay. Alright. Alright. So let's see. Okay, we got piggies for the first time. So that's the meat that we want. Okay. Yep. All right. Get rid of that. Oh, there's still another one. There we go. All right. Really? Kind of surprised there's that many. Again, I I have a bit of a problem. I can't see for shit. Okay. So that is not red. Alright, well that's good. The only downside is I can't loot much anymore. I'm kind of full. We also have a lot of fucking zombies around for some reason. Okay. Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh. I think I'm in the area where you get copper. Okay, well, something. Okay. Yeah, what do I want to get rid of? Get rid of the moth, seeing as how it's only one. Okay. Get rid of that. Okay. Oh. The fuck? Cool. They died killing each other. Ooh. Okay, I am starting to use up a lot of arrows. Okay. So that is a bit of a problem. get rid of that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to save up some sticks. Cool. Nice. Okay. So I think I found something over here, right? No, not yet. Okay. Alright. What do I want to keep? Get rid of those. Pine short bow. It's level 7. I'm really tempted to keep it. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's keep that. Yeah. Alright. So the only downside I'm running into is just arrow usage. Because I'm getting to a point where I use arrows a lot. But then, because I use arrows a lot, yeah. There. I really need a bigger bag. Where am I anyway? I think this is the same place I was previously. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what they got around here. Ah. There's something I should be using. Alright. Interesting. Damn it. No wonder why they can't shoot anything. What is this last one? Oh, there he is. Alright. I'm not opposed to keeping them, but yeah. I guess I could make scrap arrows instead of... Yeah. Yeah, I don't need a ton of explosives right now. Alright. this is a level 7 to 8. It's kind of shit. This is a 7 to 10. And it's actually easier to upgrade. Alright. Okay. Let's check this out. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Get rid of that. It's only one. Fix my gear. Don't need that. Let's go double check. I don't know if I got the. I don't remember if I got the chest or not. I think I did, but. Alright. So, what is that? Get rid of that. Alright. So let's head back to base. So my inventory is freaking full. Alright. So I guess the question is, okay, what am I missing? Shroud wood and my ceiling. So those are both easy to get. Let me see here. Should be able to get that nearby.
Hey!
Okay. Okay, I do have... Alright, let's put that away. That away and that away. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we want to grow beets and we want to grow chamomile.
Hello! Yoo-hoo! Good to see you.
Alright. Linen, shroud sacks. That I can go ahead and make. Alright.
Godspeed!
Equip. Has anybody else got a quest? Alright. Alright. And then I already made the penny buns. So now let's make chamomile. Okay. So I can plant those. Pretty sure I could have gone with this outfit, I guess, but either way, I think actually that outfit would have been harder to make. Yeah, go on. Let's see here. Okay, so that's supposed to be a VUCA head. Alright. Alright.
Here's the heart.
So, how do I make those? Alright. So, this is more efficient. So let's go with... Okay.
I can do it.
Okay. I also need to upgrade that. Okay. Okay, so now I ran out. It's not too bad though. Level 11, level 12, level 12, okay.
Station.
Everything's pretty leveled up. So the problem is I need shroud wood and my seal. Okay. So the mycelium I think I can get from here. Yeah. I think that's about enough. Alright. What did I discover? I've already done this, so that's weird. Okay. Should be a shroud tree. Hi baby, what are you doing? You go on bed? You just need cuddles.
I need cuddles always.
Yeah. You like a papa always? I love you.
Thank you.
That's good. You all full?
Yeah.
You ready for bed? Is that a yes?
I said no.
Okay, well I think it's bedtime soon, okay? Okay.
A candy.
What?
Can I get a Halloween candy?
Yes.
Thank you.
think the bugs are more dangerous than anything. Alright. So that should have been enough shroud. Tree? Shroud wood. Yeah. Should have been enough shroud wood, and then enough mycelium. I think that gets me to level 4. Which I think this means if I've gotten that far with all the different materials, and I think that means I should be able to get the next unlock. Yeah, this is a pretty nice little settlement. Like, I think the biggest problem with this settlement is just that you really shouldn't have more than, say, 5 or 6 people. Okay, what's going on here? Where did I pick these up? Okay, so that's level 8, that's level 9, that's level 9. Okay. So, probably go ahead and get rid of this one then. Right? Get rid of that. Okay, and then they're both pretty good. So I'm not gonna get rid of it, but yeah, that's more of just like a, I don't need it, but I like it. Alright, what am I doing here? Let's turn in the stuff we need. Okay. So that's 3, not 4. What's 4? Okay. So 4 just means getting to the rubble wood. Alright. So I'm already in the process. Oh. Yeah, because I've already got indigo plant. So. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I do need more twigs. And I don't need that. Okay. Alright, what else did I want to do?
Hello.
There.
Ah.
So, yeah, I want beets,
Bye
but
bye.
I need... Let's see here, what's the base benefit of beets? Not very good. Okay. Alright. And go ahead and put some more of those in. How am I looking? Yeah, see, I'm low on everything. So that's problematic. Because I'm not willing to get rid of those just yet. So one thing I should consider is I don't want to have... I don't need a torch, that's what the sword is for. Alright. Alright, I only have 2 points unlocked, so that's not great. Okay. Hmm. Alright. Yeah, so my dexterity's still pretty low. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and plant the penny buns. Okay. So yeah. Okay. That's
Safe
about
travel.
right. Let's see. I mean, it would be nice to have more wood arrows, but I don't need them. Especially considering it's actually harder to make plain wood arrows than scrap arrows. Yeah, I do need more wood. Yeah, I can see why he would care more about sticks. Now that being said, like 40 twigs, 4 times 50. So I mean I can make 200 arrows off of that. And I'm not using them up as quickly as he was. So yeah. Alright. Okay. So yeah, I can see the appeal. Because even though I don't seem to have used up arrows as quickly, or at least yet, yeah. Alright. Okay. See, I can see that. I can see the appeal. Oh. Well, that's pretty good. Alright. So let's take those. And I already know I need not corn. Probably indigo. Okay. And then this, I might as well plant that.
Hey!
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get the plant in here. Okay. Alright. So I do need to get ready for bed, unfortunately. And I cannot spend my skills unless I get at least one more point. So here's what's troubling, right? So Blessed Arrows, in theory, is good. But the problem is, you have to get up to, where is it? Here? Oh. Yeah, here. Okay, so this ability to regain mana is really useful for that. So these two combine pretty well together. But otherwise, I don't know that mana helps me at this point in the game. So for me to need to spend 3 points just to get a point of dexterity is very annoying. Because I really want to get this. And I'm going to need 3, 4, 7 to get that. So 7. So this is like 11 points I need just to get this basic stuff. Defeating a fell enemy. So yeah, I need 11 points. And then if we ignore everything else, 5, 10, 14, 17. Okay. So grand total, we're going to need 28 points, which is almost as much as I've already spent. Yeah. I'm going to have to do a build. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Enshrouded. Skill tree. Alright. So, 149 points. So obviously, first thing up, that's it. So then what I went for was... I went for Constitution. Alright. So, with where I'm at, I can see why you would need Eagle Eye, right? Definitely understand that. Definitely, well, see, this ability by itself, I don't really think is all that great. Because how many flying enemies am I even dealing with at this point? This is fine. This is fine. That's fine. Did I just get a notification? Maybe. Okay. So, I would consider this to be late game. And then Vitality. Yeah, so realistically, what I would want is something like this, and then that, and then this would be the last part. Yeah, for every target you hit with an exploding arrow, damage increased by 1%. So, if you got a large AoE damage exploding arrow, or just a shit ton of enemies, yeah, nice, boom, nice, great big increase in damage. I don't know that I would necessarily focus on endurance. Not yet. Movement speed while sneaking, that could be useful. Let's see here. So I'm gonna say this to me is useless, right? Now the health and mana potions, that's fine. Base stamina regeneration, that's fine. Stamina regeneration of sweets, I don't necessarily care about, but I do want the dexterity. So, I might also get... do I really care? So I'm going to say no on these two, right? Although, I want that. Or at least I think I want it. Alright, so let's go back here. Alright, I know I'm going to want updraft by the end. Poison resistance, I'm not too concerned about getting that. Now I would say go up the left side, right? So I don't think I really care about quick reflex block. I'd just as soon not do either of these. So let's do dagger mastery, poison blades, poison mastery. Right? Now the only downside is this is all about daggers. Yeah, so I'm going to say go ahead and get the dexterity. Now, I don't really care about the Vuka that much. So maybe... Yeah, I mean, endurance... I don't know that I necessarily want to spend 5 points on that. I mean, it could be nice at the end, but here's the thing. I don't want to waste 5 points on, like, what is that? 5 points of endurance? I mean, if I really want that, I can just do the actual... Yeah. Alright, let's do that. That gets you both dexterity points, right? So, yeah, 9 dexterity. So I believe that's all the dexterity available. Now, I would say... Yeah, jump attack 2 I'm okay with, right? Alright, so let's go up the athlete one, because I think one-handed melee weapons, yeah, that would be nice. Spawn a health orb, I really don't care about that. Constitution, I do care about. Strength, I do care about. Yeah, okay, so I'm okay with all that. Bash, I don't care about. Strength is nice, but not too much. Is there anything else? Backstab damage. I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily want any of that stuff. What do I have for stats? Yeah, okay. So, you only get 15 points left. So, you're not really going to spend too much. Yeah, you could do heavy-handed. So maybe I need to do jump attack. So let's try, oops. So let's try jump attack. I don't care too much about that. So don't necessarily care too much about that. Stun bar. So here's where the problem is. So evasion attack. That might be nice. Yeah, so like this right here actually looks like it would be helpful. Because that's going to give you 5% of your health if you're attacking with a melee weapon. Melee weapon. So, feast, I don't know about that one. Strength, constitution, barbarian. Yeah, none of this is really so great that I think you need it. Now, I think daggers are doing cut, right? Melee cut, melee blunt, melee pierce. So, I might say, let's see, 145. So yeah, you gotta focus. So maybe don't focus on that part. This you could do, but then again, you could just save those points. Yeah, I don't think you're going to want to go down this path. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9, 11. No. because you don't have any intelligence, so you're not really going to be doing yourself any benefits on that one. Did I go for the food up here? Not really. So one additional food slot sounds great right up until you say, okay, what am I going to eat? So am I going to eat a dexterity food, a constitution food, and an endurance food, right? Do I really need strength, spirit, or intelligence? No. So unless you've got a complicated build, I don't think you need more than 3 stats for the most part. Okay, so let's just ignore that for now. So I did give myself, what is this? I did give myself 2 constitutions, so that would be good. But arguably, if I find something else, I could just save myself a bunch of heartache. Let's see here, 1, 3, 1, 3. So I mean, this is 6 points right here. So maybe I just don't do those 6 points. Because I could get Constitution from here, so that would be 3. And then magic damage, I have not noticed that I'm taking a lot of magic damage. So normally it's physical damage is the problem. I do like the idea of getting Constitution. Now, here's the other problem. Right? So I cannot afford that. So do I really need... Do I really care about durability that much? No. Okay. So it might seem a little silly, but yeah, I think the health would be nice. So Constitution 4, this right here would give me another 5 Constitution. Once you got the flame at max level, or no, I guess it'd be 4 Constitution. So you could argue that one doesn't matter too much. But then again, like, nothing else is really going to get you that Constitution. So if you need the point somewhere else, you could take that away. But I only have 1 point left, so maybe I do endurance, because that's about all I can afford. And I don't need endurance of the flame, because again, that's 5 points for 4 points of endurance. Sneak attack to me seems like it could be pretty handy. So maybe I take that away, because I don't necessarily need thick skin. For that matter, I don't necessarily need Earth Aura. So if I wanted to, I could get something like Silent Stride. So I'm avoiding this ability because I think this is going to be problematic because it's going to drain your arrows. So this is going to make it so all arrows, including the special ones, are going to trigger multi-shot. So that means if I'm shooting exploding arrows, I think that means it's going to trigger multi-shot on those exploding arrows, which the exploding arrows are already pretty good on their own. You don't necessarily need to shoot more at the same group of enemies. So, I don't know. Arguably, I don't need this. Let's see here. Yeah. So what else do we have? So that's Constitution. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that could be handy. Is there anything else? Giant Slayer hook might be nice. It's not necessary though. And I don't normally see myself purposely trying to get close when I'm being a ranger. Alright, so then this is merciless. This is sneak attack. Okay. So I could do, well no, I can't do that. So if I wanted to do that, okay, that would work. Now if I wanted merciless attack, I'd need to get 2 points back. Do I really care about a jump attack? I don't know. Because arguably I should not be doing a jump attack. So that's 4 points. So I could put 2 points into merciless attack. Then what would you put the other points into? Damage done from the back increased by 30%. This could be valuable, but I'm not 100% sure that that is bow damage. Okay. So I think that's about as good as I've got. Yeah. So if I only have 2 points left to spend, I've already got all the endurance I can get, right? 9 endurance, 9 dexterity, 4 constitution. Okay. So I'm a little light on constitution, but I'm not really supposed to be getting hit much. Plus, I have upped my damage reduction because of my armor. Evasion attack. Nope, that's 2 points too expensive. So I'd have to give something up. This is probably going to be a bad idea to keep. If I want to keep something, I'd probably be better off. That would be good. This would not be bad necessarily. The problem is I'd have to take away a point of like endurance, I guess. So maybe something like that. So evasion attack, that's, see, this is where I'm having a problem. This is all about melee. It would be worth trying, I guess, right? Okay. So I'm going to say that is my 149 point recommended talent build. Because I don't see getting endurance of the flame. And I would have already gotten graceful stride. I personally think multi-shot trigger for all arrows is probably not what I want. Now I could always try it out. Because it would be easy enough to not do something like the Warrior's Path and put those points up here instead. In fact, like, merciless attack is probably going to be more useless than evasion attack. So, yeah. So I could do that if I really wanted to try that out, right? So there you go. So now you've got max on Ranger Assassin, not maxed on Beastmaster. I avoid Slice and Dice because I think that's stupid. So I think that's what I would recommend. So I'm not really getting a bunch of strength points, but I get a little bit more survivability. I get a nice melee attack. So if I'm running around, I can dash towards enemies. And then I get a big multiplier for sneak attacks and back, yeah, hitting people from behind. This one I would like if I understood whether that's arrows or not. This one I don't think is arrows. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to say I recommend. Oh boy. Well, that's always awkward. I starved to death. Alright. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end there. I think this is about as many people as I want in this house. Although, how... I could change out the upstairs. So that wouldn't be a bad idea. Because in fact, if I decorate the upstairs could be where the bathroom is, or the shower. And then bathroom could be in here with a couple of beds. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna have to redesign later. I gotta get ready for bed. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.